Greetings, it's time to pick my shadow of the week. My shadow of the week this week will be Fyrinnae's Immortality. It was a color that I played with last week, or a shade that I played with last week, and I really felt like I didn't get to the end of what Immortality could do, so I decided to take it out and concentrate on just this color. I'm going to foil it. I'm going to put it over my cream bases to see what happens, and I am also going to use it together with my metallics and my purples and my woodsy colors. Those will be some of the ways that I will be using Fyrinnae's Immortality this week. Let me show you what Immortality looks like. I've been playing. This is all Immortality. This here is the pigment on its own. Over here I have popped it over chocolate brown, over a beige. This is over Maybelline's Too Cool. Maybelline does do animal testing. Here it is over that Fierce and Tangy Maybelline, over the purple. I can't remember what that shade is called. And right here is the Immortality foiled. So these are all some of the shades that I can pull out of this single shadow. On its own, it's very pretty and will fade out to quite a light pigment if I wish. I will also be continuing to work on Project Foundation Pan. I don't know how people do this. I have been using the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten, and look, I have that much left in one, this much left in another. I have been using it. I have been using the Bronze and Brighten to contour, still have a ton of that. All these products have phenoxyethanol. I just want to use them and get rid of them. And finally, I have been using the Laura Geller Real Deal Concealer, just this teeny tiny tube, and I still have a ton of this left, and it does have parabens. What I've decided to do, because I am at this point just like, oh my gosh, every time I see it coming at me, it's like, no, not that again. I can put it on in my sleep now, I will tell you that. I do have a new appreciation for the Laura Geller products. First of all, she gives you a lot of product, but I find that with that new primer, it goes on well. I've learned how to apply it, you would think, with this much practice. And I've kind of gotten used to wearing it. And so, whereas I didn't like it much before, I'm like, yeah, this is okay. If it didn't have all this stuff in it, you know, the parabens and the pheny, I would go ahead and use it. To add a little variety into my routine, because I desperately need some variety right now, and I want to test out some new things, I am going to use the Laura Geller's Balance and Brighten, Bronze and Brighten products through the end of September. However, I won't use them every day. I'm going to trade them off with some other foundations that I want to test. That will give me just a wee bit of a break. I'm going to do the same with the concealer. I'm going to go ahead and use it every other day. However, I will start testing some products in the interim, or using some of the other concealers that I have. This will just give me a little something to live for. Right now, it's getting to be a discouraging kind of pit of despair in my Project Foundation and Project Concealer Pan. I will not absolutely abandon my quest to get through that product. I just have to cut myself some slack. I don't know how people do it. They make it look so easy. I think it's Beach Bum 06. I mean, she just does these Project tin pans, and, you know, she whips them out, and she finishes this and finishes that. I have been trying so hard, and I have finished nothing. I will never finish the Laura Geller products. They're like bottomless. They really are. I'm also going to alternate on my contour, just depending on the color palette I'm using. I really don't like using that Bronze and Brighten with all my mauve purple colors. So on those days when I go into the more mauves and purples, I will switch over and use my Pumpkin and Poppy Oak Bark contour. Lip colors and blushes are all going to depend on what palettes I'm pulling out here, so I'm pulling none for that. Finally, the only other piece of news for this week is that I do think I will hit the bottom of my 100% Pure Black Tea mascara that I have opened. I do have another one of those already sitting in wait. I won't be without that. However, I did want to try this Organic Wear Lash Boosting Mascara by Physicians Formula, so I have that, and we'll probably be opening that this week. I'm a bit nervous because NYC Georgette, it was on her crap list, and if you've ever watched her crap videos, she does it as only a New Yorker can. So it, got a really bad score from her. But I will try it and see what I think, and if I don't like it, I'll pitch it. I have the 100% pure waiting there, but I have also heard some good reviews on that product, so we'll see how that works. That's it. I had great news at the eye doctor yesterday, which is that the experimental treatment seems to have worked. I will have a little surgery on September 24th, and then in a week or two after that, I think I am going to have pretty good vision back in the left eye. So after 2 years of operating at crummy vision and the right eye exhausting and blah, 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 I think there's light at the end of that particular tunnel, so I am very, very happy. Now I will have no excuses if my eyeliners don't match. So that's my shadow of the week. It will be Fyrinnae's Immortality. We'll see if I can do a whole week with one shade. I've done it before and I always enjoy playing with it, especially when I can get so many different looks out of it. And this isn't even really starting to combine it with other color palettes. I'm very much looking forward to trying this out and looking at what it can do. It is a very interesting shade, I think, and it just, depending on how heavy or how light you put it on or what you put it on over, it seems to be able to do lots of things. I will line with it, crease with it. It is sparkly, but it's not, once you rub it out, it's not horribly sparkly. It just catches a little light. So very excited to try Fyrinnae Immortality. First got it, I thought, I can only use this as an eyeliner. I was really afraid of it, but I'm not afraid of it. I'm ready to spend a whole week on it. It is a beautiful, beautiful fall day in Kentucky. Weekend started. I plan to make it a great one. I hope you make it a great weekend too. Bye.